Hello, everyone. This is Varsha, and you are watching the series of success stories brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. So, once again, we are here with you all to discuss the success story of one more achiever of ours, and this time we have with us Mr. Sunil Verma. So, Mr. Sunil Verma is the founder and CEO of ACI, a reputed and fastest growing pharmacovigilance training management company with national and international presence. For the last 15 years of his journey into pharmacovigilance industry, Mr. Sunil has focused on delivering high quality training services to freshers, pharmaceuticals, and CROs in pharmacovigilance, including technical compliance and system management. Under his leadership and a vast experience in pharmacovigilance, he raised the bar of pharmacovigilance training, professional development, corporate experience, and research driven empathic services. But before we actually start the conversation with him, let's quickly have a look at a very small video telling you about what we actually do.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Hello, Mr. Sunil. How are you?
I'm good, Vasha. How are you doing?
All good, sir. Thank you so very much. So, before we actually start the question and answer segment, please tell little more about you and your professional role.
Sure, Vasha. I think most of the things you have already covered. Like I'm an experienced professional in pharmacovigilance and spent around 15 plus years in this industry. And I'm the founder and managing director of ACI. It's one of the reputed and fastest growing pharmacovigilance training company with national and the international presence. So my professional role, being an expert and the trainer in pharmacovigilance, is to create the skilled pharmacovigilance professionals around the globe, where anyone without spending a single day in the company can do the job effectively. So that is why, like, we guide people, I train people to start their journey in pharmacovigilance and have a good and growing career. This is a little bit about from myself.
Alright, sir. So, I'm very keen to know that how did you actually land up to the idea of starting up with this particular business?
Yeah, sure. So the basically idea came when I was into my job, right, handling the different job responsibilities, being a manager, trainings and operations. So I'm a learner basically, and I'm always keen to explore new things to grow myself. So with my passion towards the pharmacovigilance and the training, because I being a trainer throughout my journey so far, so I thought to start something where I can make people skilled for the job. And as you know, many of our freshers passing out every year, and even the experienced one who are getting saturated in their career. So everyone faces some major challenges in terms of getting their first job or going further in their career due to the lack of knowledge, skills, guidance across the different verticals. So thus the idea of this professional training program was born, and so that is how in 2013 I decided to quit my job and taken an entrepreneurial leap of faith. I was eager and equally excited to bridge that gap between the academia and the industry, and finally ended up launching ACI to train people, to guide people, to make their career further grow, right, in pharmacovigilance.
That's amazing, sir. So now, nothing comes that easy to us. So I'm sure that you must have also faced certain sort of challenges in your professional journey. So tell us a bit about those challenges.
Yeah, there were a lot of challenges I also faced because from a job to entrepreneur, it's definitely not an easy journey that I had in the last 8 years, but I learned a lot. So the very first challenges to I faced was to make people realize the value of skills rather than the knowledge, because I came up with an idea the first time ever, a professional training program which can make people skilled for the job. And I remember when I started receiving the queries for the training, people asked me, okay, don't you provide any diploma? Is your program accredited to any university? Do you guarantee placements? And a lot more. So I used to reply them, see, it's not about having a diploma in your hand and writing the same in your resumes or CVs will give you the job. It's about the skills that you should gain relevant to the job and that gives you the opportunity to start your career. On the last 8 years, more than 90% of my learners got the jobs, and you won't believe that they got their jobs without showing any kind of a certificate which they have done. Though we provide certificate, but at the time of their interviews, they don't show any certificates, but they still got the job. The reason is not that piece of paper which land them into the job, but yes, the skills they have shown, they presented to the interviewer or to the company, which make them get their first and dream job actually. But still, even after 8 years, I used to get such queries. But yes, the number is less now. Now people have realized that value of skills and they started working on the same. So that was the major challenge I faced. But otherwise, in the business, every day is a challenge, which I always believe. And you have to keep on working on the things, especially with your quality.
Very true, sir. Right. So, what exactly are the product and services that your organization is providing to people out there?
Yeah, so Varsha, we are into totally into services business, and that too in the professional training in pharmacovigilance and at the different levels. It's not something like we train only freshers to get into their dream jobs into pharmacovigilance. So at the ACI, what we do is we analyze our learners' core strengths, their capabilities, and knowledge to identify any learning opportunities for them. So it's not something we have a defined training programs, but we do have some customized training program as per the requirement by the learner. And so that's why the programs are customized as per the global regulatory standards and with progressive approach to ensure that the trainings are imparted with the focus on creating the professionals. And in addition, we do have the corporate trainings programs as well, where any company want to train their new employees or the existing employees as per the defined rules. So we have that customized training solutions for the organization that facilitates their quality and the effectiveness in the pharmacovigilant operational activities by raising their skill standards. And this training program is very cost effective and customized based on the requirement by our clients like pharma companies or any CROs. And so we also, in addition, we also provide like because this pharmacol is an area where you need to have a good quality and training system. So we also help the companies by putting up their in-house pharmacovigilant training systems and to management of their the workflows and all. And in addition, in the corporate sectors, we do have that competency assessment services. Like if there are quality issues coming up with the company, so we provide them that assessment services where they can evaluate their existing employees. They can see what are the gaps in terms of knowledge and training, and we fill that gap with their this training. So last but not least, we also provide services to the corporates in terms of provide them the skilled workforce at no cost. And so, lastly, we also have one. I can proudly say that we have launched one of the only professional degree program, the post-graduation degree, we call as MSc in Pharmacology and Clinical Research in collaboration with one of the leading university, that is Chitra University, where students don't pass out as a freshers, but as a pharmacovigilance professionals who can do the job at different levels in the industry. And so the degree also has a collaboration with one of the leading CRO, that is Paraxer International, where people get the opportunity to learn from the industry experts. So we are into professional training, corporate services, and now we are into the degree program as well. The first time ever in this particular sector, that is pharmacovigilance.
Right, Mr. Sunil. So now, everyone do plans for their future. So what further plans are you having for ACI in the upcoming years?
Yes, see, we started with the dream to train people, let people skill for the job. Like the mindset was, if the person has not worked in the industry, they can do the job effectively. And the another mindset with the industry, like a fresher can't do the job. So we have able to change that mindset in the last 8 years. We are now fresher can be at the skill level, and the company also accepting that particular skilled person. They are preferring that skilled person because that save their time and cost as well. So likewise, like we are planning to generate more and more learning opportunities by creating the different platforms to bring together the fresher who's looking forward to start their career and an industry experts who can utilize his experience to train someone for the jobs, and so where people get skill and industry also get the opportunity to have the skilled workforce. And soon we are launching one such platform in the October only. So that will be an end-to-end solution in terms of professional training in pharmacovigilance for everyone, whether it's a fresher or a professional or industry, and that too nationally or internationally.
And I wish you all the success for all these plans of yours.
Thank you, Varsha.
All right, sir. So now moving ahead, the gone year 2020 and obviously the current year too is, making us all realize the importance of becoming Atmanirbhar. So, what are your thoughts and views on this campaign, and also how is your organization looking towards this?
Okay, so Atmanirbhar Bharat, as we all know, it means self-reliant India, right? So that is in relation to the economic vision and economic development of the country. It is definitely one of the best campaigns to make the country independent and combating the competition in the global market. So we are into the same platform. So we are into training services to our students and the organization, as well as we all know that students are the root of the for the development in the country. Now they play a very important role in development of a particular country. So because from this generation we can achieve the policymakers, we can achieve the skilled workforce, the professionals, the doctors in future, and they can do a great work for better development in their country. And that is why we are doing by transforming them to the skilled professionals to make them independent and grow and contribute to our nation's growth.
So now, though I know that it's always a very wonderful feeling when we get recognitions for our work, but still, I would love to know from you that what are your feelings on winning this Indian Achievers Award?
Okay, so I would say I'm immensely delighted moment for us, for the whole team of ACI to receive the Indian Achievers Award 2021, and it definitely boosted our morale as well. So now we are equally excited and looking forward to more such kind of rewards with our efforts that we are going to put up in future as well. And I would like to thank the Indian Achievers Forum for recognizing our potential and made us fit for this particular award. Thank you.
And I once again congratulate you on the achievements.
Thank you.
So now, if you can please put some light on the CSR activities too that you are involved in.
The social contribution we are talking about. So we believe, see, everyone has a potential to do a job, right? To do anything, I would say. So, but the only challenge they get is the right guidance. So what we are doing from the last 8 years, even before that in my job as well. So we give the right guidance and training, and this is what like make us serving to the society, and where learners achieve their dreams in pharmacovigilance sector or any other sector as well. Because we don't immediately say that okay, come to the pharmacovigilance sector and all that. We guide them. If you are having interest in another area, so how to achieve that? So definitely that guidance is required. So even we have conducted many seminars, webinars, and other events in the colleges and the hospitals, because I think pharmacovigilance is very niche area. So people don't know much the importance of pharmacovigilance. So I would say like it's very important system which is required, because we are taking medicine on a daily basis and we are not safe from that medicines, because one of the very famous doctor, Dr. Vladimir, said that dying from a disease is sometimes unavoidable, but dying from an adverse drug reaction is unacceptable. We have taken a medicine to treat a disease, but if someone dies from that disease, from that drug, it's something unacceptable. So that is why that awareness is required. So we are doing that awareness from the last 8 years, not on any monetary benefits, no. It's basically to create that awareness. People should know about the harmful effect of the drug. They should be aware. And when they report to the regulatory authority or to the companies, we are able to get that drugs out from the market, which can help another pool of people as well. So that is what we are doing from the last 8 years by contributing to safety of the nation actually.
Right, Mr. Sunil. So now, before concluding our lovely session, what message or mantra you would like to give to our younger generation who wish to become a successful entrepreneur someday?
Sure. I would say our younger generation is very smart and they are born entrepreneurs. But everyone, like I said before, everyone has the potential to do anything for the job and to a business as well. But what is required is to channelize their potential, right? So to know, first, they should know what potential they have. That should be channelized enough, and they have to work on the skills and to get their dream job or maybe a business. And for an entrepreneur, what I learned in the last 8 years is, you start a business, you should be skilled on that. So don't randomly and start any business. You should be like having a good amount of patience. It is required, and so it should be focused on your client needs. And very important part in terms of the business for everyone is do not sell. Basically, you should deliver and that too with the quality if you want to have a long-term business with you, and you will certainly go a long way, which we have seen in the last 8 years because we have make sure the quality should be good. We should don't sell our services. We deliver them with the quality and with a good guidance and all. And lastly, like there are few lines which I always say in my social posts and all that. Like keep learning and keep growing because the more you know, the more you grow in any sector. And where there is a skill, there is a pay. So that is what my message to all the new generation.
Very rightly said, sir. So thank you so very much for joining with us today. It was pleasure talking to you, and I wish you all the success for all your future endeavors too. And may you continue to inspire us the way you are doing. Thank you so very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Varsha, for having me here and share my experience. And thank you once again, Indian Achievers Forum, for the award. So we are really looking forward to have such more events and awards in the coming up for the ACI as well. And so thank you for the session. Wish you all the best and have a good day.
Thank you, sir.